Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Monday and the first day of our American Folklife Center at the Library of Congress Archive Challenge Week, hosted all week long by Steve Winnick and Jennifer Cutting of the American Folklife Center. They'll tell you more about themselves and about the archive during the discussion today and during our chat time. I want to say hi to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thanks for being with us today. And hi to everybody in the room. Hi, of course, to Steve and Jen who are completely wonderfully, amazingly Halloweeny Day of the Dead looking. And I'm going to just do a quick spotlight so you can see them close up. Thank you, Steve and Jen. You guys are fabulous looking as per usual. And hi to everybody else who's in here. Anna, thank you for running the tech today. And we already know the Archive Challenge Week techs are more intricate, so thank you for being on the job. Amanda and Miles, thank you for being here today. And look at Miles' beautiful mask. I love it. Hi, Becky, coming in from BC, and Annette in California. Hi, Mabel and Bob in Massachusetts. Hello, Hindi in Toronto. Nice to see you. Dally in Maryland. Hello. Hi, Arlene, coming in from Berkeley, California. Hello, Suzanne. Nice to have you here today. Hi, Hoda, coming in also from British Columbia, I think, although recently she said, yeah, somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to figure that out. Sheila in Florida. Hello, nice to see you. And Susan in Ohio. Hello. And Suzanne, hi. I just see that you pop back into your screen with the appropriate wig, of course. Dan in Vienna, Virginia. Nice to see you. I think I said Susan in Ohio. Hello, I'm glad you're here. Bronwyn in Victoria, hello. Kathleen in Albuquerque, hello. Carolyn in Boise. Ruth in Birmingham, England. Hello, Peter. How are you? Nice to see you again today. I think coming in from upstate New York. And Storm, hello. Nice to see you. And Shari in New Hampshire. And Jamie in Victoria also had it. I love it. Hello to Deborah in Kentucky. And Bonnie, who is matching Steve tremendously today. That's going to get a highlight later. Beautiful, Bonnie. Hi to Abby. Nice to have you today. And nice hat. And Sarah in Texas. Nice to see you. Nice headphones. Hi, Luda in Victoria. And Susan in Seattle. Hello, Christiana in Maryland. And hugs to Bob. Hi, Anne, also coming in from Maryland. Glad you're here today. Hi, Kevin, coming in from New Hampshire. Nice to see you. Caroline with 2 Day of the Dead dolls on the right day, or Day of the Dead days. Nice to see you, and you look gorgeous. Aloysius, complete with wig. Hello, coming in from Massachusetts or your car. Hi, Dawn. Dawn, nice to have you today. I think you might be new to us. Glad to see you. Janet in Georgia, hello. Hello, Fred, coming in from the DC area and big on the DC labor course. Jim in New York City, hello. Phil in Totnes. Phil, back in Totnes, it looks like. Hello, Louise. Nice to have you with us today. I think you might also be new to us. Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State. Hello, Penny and Ralph. Glad to have you guys back in the room again. Hello, Lynn in Connecticut. Nice to see you today. No, Lynn in Vermont. Hi, Lynn in Vermont. And Jan in Illinois. And let's see, we've got folks off video today. Carol, did I say hi? Julie and Mommy in New Jersey. Hi, Mom. Kathy in Virginia. Hello. Let's see, today is Monday, so it is Loriana who is with Kachina today. And hello to Busy Graham, Carpe Diem Arts. I do want to thank Carpe Diem Arts for all the amazing work that they do to keep this going. Barbara, Jane, and other folks off video. Amos, glad you're all here today. Let's all take a deep breath because it's Monday. And because we are actually hoping that our artist is going to manage to get in the room with us today. There are some technical things going on in the universe, and we are lucky that we have Steve and Jen with us as our fabulous hosts coming in from the Library of Congress, or well, from someone's living room, but you know what I mean. And also hoping that Juan will still be able to join us, but we are also lucky because Steve and Jen come with assets and video and audio, and so we've got lots of things we can share even if we don't have Juan himself. But everybody cross fingers, and I'm going to turn it over to Steve and Jen. Hi guys, glad you're here.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
everyone.
I'm Jennifer Cutting. Can you hear me okay behind this Dia de Muertos mask? And this is my colleague, Stephen Winnick, my
Hello.
partner in crime. And I'll take this off just for now. We are, so you can hear me better, we are both folklife specialists at the American Folklife Center at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. And we want to welcome you to day number 1 of our 5th Archive Challenge Partnership Week on the Daily Antidote of Song.
So we love working in the largest library on earth, although we have to admit it feels like we're never there anymore because under pandemic measures, we mostly work from home. The American Folklife Center is, of course, just a small division of this massive library, but we are small but mighty. We have many wonderful things in our archive, and we have many wonderful programs that we'll tell you about.
That's right. We're here to share the joy and kind of spread the gospel of all our treasures that we have in our archive today. We're going to tell you a little more about the center and the archive challenge and the field recording soon. So we hope you can stick around for a few minutes after we sing, but we want to get to the song. We want to get to our great song as soon as possible. Now, as you might infer from Steve's and my costume today, today is a very special day in the calendar of people from Mexico and Mexicans who live all over the world. It's Dia de Muertos, or Day of the Dead, a holiday to remember and celebrate loved ones who have died.
Yeah, and I'll just point out that we say Day of the Dead, and it sounds like it's one day, but in Mexico, it's celebrated as a multi-day holiday. So the technical one that's often called Day of the Dead is tomorrow, but the multi-day holiday is going on right now. For some people, it starts as early as October 28th. For other people, it starts on Halloween. But just as we call this whole season Halloween in Anglo-American communities, in Mexico, they tend to call it Dia de Muertos for the whole season. So
yeah, and it's actually, though it sounds very solemn, it's actually in a way a very lighthearted holiday because people dress in costumes and the sugar skulls and gather with family for family meals and remember very fondly and with great love the ones who have passed on. So we were going to have with us live today Mexican American Juan Díes to sing live a song that's very appropriate for the season, La Bruja, or the witch, of which we have at least 2 versions in our archive. More on that later. But thanks to technology, we're able to share with you a performance of Juan Díez and his group, the Sones de Mexico Ensemble, performing La Bruja in our homegrown concert series in 2015. So if Anna will help us roll it, we're going to hear Sones de Mexico.
I'll just say we're kind of lucky if we're going to have technical difficulties that prevented someone from getting in, that we actually have a video that includes the same person doing the same song. It's kind of neat that we have that. So as Jennifer said, this is Sones de Mexico Ensemble, and Juan is the person who begins by speaking and introducing the song. He's not the lead singer on their arrangement of the song, but he's playing bass and singing the harmonies, and he's also the person who introduces the song. So that's Juan, and we hope we'll see him before the room closes.
And you're about to hear La Bruja, the witch.
Another one of our favorite instruments is the harp. As you can see, in order to be in this band, you have to play many instruments. And Zacbea is now going to be playing the Veracruz harp. One of the nicknames for people and things from Veracruz is jarocho. So the son from this part of Mexico, we call son jarocho. Son jarocho. We're going to play a song, popular song from Veracruz called La Bruja, the witch, as we're approaching the fall season and the day of the witches. We'll share this song with you, La Bruja.
Ay, qué bonito es volar, a las 2 de la mañana, corazón de una dama. Ay, qué bonito es volar a las 2 de la mañana y mamá me agarra la bruja, me lleva a su casa, me vuelve maceta y me da calabaza. Me agarra la bruja, me lleva al cuartel, me sienta en sus piernas, me da de comer. Ay, dígame y dígame y dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. A la bruja me encontré. ¿Dónde fue? En el aire iba volando. En el aire iba volando. A la bruja me encontré, ay mamá. Entonces le pregunté que a quién andaba buscando. Me dijo, ¿quién es usted? Soy cantador de guapango, ay mamá. Escóndete, Chepa, escóndete, Juana, que allá anda la bruja detrás de tu hermana. Escóndete, Chepa, y escóndete, Adela. Mira, que allá anda la bruja y se chupa a tu abuela. Ay, dígame, dígame, dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted.
Thank you so much. That was a fantastic performance from our homegrown concert series from 2015. That was Juan Díes and the Sones de Mexico Ensemble. They were from Chicago. They're a folk music group that specialize in the Mexican musical tradition known as son, S-O-N. Now, Sones de Mexico were nominated for a Latin Grammy in 2007. So we were very lucky to get them to perform at the Library of Congress. The demand is great once a group gets nominated for a Grammy. So let's pop the link for that concert into the chat, if you would, so that people can go listen to the entire concert. And word is that Juan Díez is actually on the way and will be with us soon. I'll just mention until Juan gets here that Juan has worked with Steve quite a lot in a number of other ways.
So yeah, I'll mention, and with Jennifer too. So in 2015, Juan conducted our first ever program that was held primarily in Spanish. And that was a workshop on writing corridos, the Mexican ballads. And he performed the ballad that the class wrote at the inaugural poetry reading of the poet laureate at the time, who was Juan Felipe Herrera, because Juan Felipe actually came and participated in the workshop. And so at his inaugural poetry reading, Juan Díez came and performed it with him on stage. Then just this year, Juan helped me out with a blog series I was writing on La Llorona, who is the weeping woman spirit or ghost of Latin American folklore. And he helped me especially with a blog that I wrote about songs about La Llorona, which was released And then he also came and was interviewed by me on a podcast, which was released last week. So all of this stuff has been coming out for Halloween and Dia de Muertos 2021. So rather than send you a bunch of links to all the things he's done, we're going to put a link to the blog series in there, and I can see it's in there already, that one with La Llorona at the end. And in that category, if you scroll down past the top post, you'll see the podcast announcement, and you'll see the blog about songs. And in all of that stuff, you'll find Juan as a participant, and you'll also find links to all of his other activities with the American Folklife Center in the past.
So we're hoping Juan will join us in a minute. And when he does, oh, Juan Diaz just entered the waiting room. Great.
Excellent.
So he's coming with us. He's joining us
So-
right now.
So yeah, Juan just had a couple of technical difficulties, we hear, but he is joining us at this moment. And when he gets here, he can launch into this song. And now you guys have heard it once, so you'll have a sense of how it goes. And here's Juan now. It's great to see you, Juan.
Hey, Juan. Good afternoon. Can you hear us okay?
Okay, now I can.
Oh, great. Great.
Great to see so many people here.
Yeah, we just watched your wonderful Sones de Mexico ensemble performance of La Bruja from our homegrown
Oh,
concert series in
great.
2015. So we're hoping you
Great.
can perform it for us live and teach us a little bit to sing along with.
Yes, I want to talk a little bit about the song. It's an
Okay.
interesting choice. Today we're celebrating the Dia de los Muertos in Mexico. And one of the things we do as we discuss Dia de los Muertos is we contrast it with Halloween, because it's not exactly the same. Halloween is a Hallows Eve, and we observe all the spooky things in the night that can scare us, the witches and the goblins and the Frankenstein and vampires and etc. And the Day of the Dead is about it's All Souls Day in the Catholic calendar. It's a day where we honor our family that has passed on. It's about grandma. It's about dad coming back from. It's about us continuing to foster a relationship with our relatives, even though they have passed, and that's a day of observance. So there's nothing to be afraid of. We actually would go to the cemetery and set up a little picnic, share some food, decorate the graves, clean up the site, and then also defy death. Death is just, in the Catholic belief, is just a passage to another part of our lives. Hopefully a better one. So that celebration of that continuity, the fearlessness of death, and us hanging skulls and skeletons everywhere, is in poking fun at them, is just a way of ridding ourselves. Yeah, there we go. Who's that? Steven is wobbling a little decorated. So we do it with humor,
Accordion player.
not with fear. There we go. We do not with fear, but with I would say with defiance. We are not afraid of death. We're going to live life to its fullest, and death is no deterrent. We laugh at it. So that is sort of the attitude in general of the Day of the Dead in Mexico. It's a tradition. They say that it dates. It predates Christianity. It's something that comes to us from pre-Columbian times, where the attitude was the same towards death. So La Bruja is an interesting song in many ways. One of my professors, I studied folklore at Indiana University, and one of our professors was a brilliant man, Dick Bauman. And I remember he studied, one of the things he was interested in was the study of jokes. And you would think that he'd go out to find the best jokes and put them in his book, but he was actually studying bad jokes. What makes a bad joke? He thought he could learn more from a bad joke that he could learn from a good one. So in a way, that song that we chose for today, La Bruja, is a bad song for the Day of the Dead, because witches are not really part of the Day of the Dead. It's really more of a Halloweenish choice to have representing the Day of the Dead. But, it has served the purpose of allowing us to talk about it. The other misconception about La Bruja is that it's a song from Veracruz, that it's a son jarocho. But when in reality, this song was written in the neighboring state of Oaxaca by José Luis López Santiago. It was attributed to him. But why do people keep associating with Veracruz? Because the first recording of it was made by Trio Medellín, which was one of the pioneering groups that first recorded son jarocho back in the 1940s. And I met one of the musicians in that group, Antonio Barradas, and he told me that they were one song short for the LP, and they had to find a song, and somebody said, hey, let's record La Bruja. And, lo and behold, that song became the hit song from that CD, and now everyone associates it with Veracruz, and all the musicians from Veracruz keep playing it. But it's very different in rhythm. It's really more reminiscent of a song from Oaxaca. It's played in a minor key. I'm gonna play it in A minor. And what does it talk about? Do we have the lyrics to share? Let's see.
Yeah, the lyrics have been in the chat.
Oh, in the
so
chat.
People can take a look.
Oh, yeah. So let's take a look. So, yeah, it says son jarocho with an asterisk, so that it's actually Ismeño is an area of Oaxaca, right? I don't know, how much time do we have? I don't know if I should sing all 5 verses. Might be a little long.
I think sing all 5 verses, but if you just teach us the chorus first, we're happy to sing all the way through with you once.
Yeah, there is no regular chorus. Every time it comes around, it's a little different. There is that chorus in italics. Okay, so here the song is basically, I'll just paraphrase. It talks about a witch, a woman that rides a broom and flies in the night, riding a broom, and then she comes down and picks up this musician and sits him on her legs and kisses him all over, and so it's about the very iconic witch that we all know about. And the chorus, it goes like this. So we're gonna go down to the 4th stanza. That's the chorus. It says, ay, dígame usted, cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted. Ninguna no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. So the translation of that is, yes, tell me so. How many creatures have you sucked the blood out of? And she responds, oh, no, none at all. I just have my eyes set on you, and I'm gonna suck your blood. So she's got her eyes on the musician singing here. So anyway, it's there's a little bit of a double entendre too about a very I would say aggressive lover, coming, that's had her eyes set on you, and she's gonna come and get you. Okay, so here it goes. Here's the chorus. Ay, dígame usted, cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted. Ninguna no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. Okay. I mean, I think I'm going to change the key. I'm a little bit high. I'm going to go to E minor. There it goes. There's our waltz. Ay, qué bonito es volar a las 2 de la mañana, a las 2 de la mañana. Ay, qué bonito es volar, ay mamá, volar y dejarse caer en los brazos de una dama. Ay, qué bonito es volar a las 2 de la mañana. Ay, mamá, me agarra la bruja, me lleva a su casa, me vuelve maceta y una calabaza. Ay, me va al cerrito, me sienta en sus piernas, me da de besitos. Everybody. Ay, dígame, dígame, dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. A una bruja me encontré, en el aire iba volando. En el aire iba volando. A una bruja me encontré, ay mamá. I found a witch flying up in the sky. Entonces le pregunté que a quién andaba buscando. Me dijo, ¿quién es usted? Soy cantador de guapango, ay mamá. I asked her, who are you? Who are you looking for? And she said, I'm looking for you, for a guapango singer. Oh. Escóndete, Chepa, y escóndete, Juana, que allá anda la bruja debajo de la cama. Escóndete, Chepa, y escóndete, Adela, que allá anda la bruja atrás de tu abuela. Everybody. Ay, dígame, dígame, dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. Number 3. Ay, qué bonito es volar a las 12 de la noche, a las 12 de la noche. Ay, qué bonito es volar, ay mamá. It is so nice to fly right at midnight. Volar y dejarse caer en los tirantes de un coche. Ay, qué bonito es volar a las 12 de la noche, ay mamá. It is so nice to fly and let yourself fall. Me agarra la bruja, me lleva a su casa, me vuelve maceta y una calabaza. Me agarra la bruja, me lleva al cerrito, me sienta en sus piernas, me da de besitos. The witch grabs me and takes me home. She turns me into a potter, in a pumpkin, and then she takes me up in the hills and she sits me on her legs and covers me with kisses. What a terrible fate. And with a chorus, ay, dígame, dígame, dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. Number 4. Ay, me asustó una mujer en el puerto de Alvarado, en el puerto de Alvarado. Ay, me asustó una mujer, ay mamá. A woman came and she scared me right at the seaport of Alvarado. She took my hand, she took me up in the hills, she turned me into a plant potter in a gourd. She took me to her house and turned me into a pumpkin. Me agarra la bruja, me vuelve maceta, me lleva al cerrito, me vuelve maceta y un calabacito. Me agarra la bruja, me lleva a su casa, me vuelve maceta y una calabaza. Ay, dígame, y dígame, y dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. Last one, number 5. Ahora sí, maldita bruja, ya te chupaste a mi hijo, ya te chupaste a mi hijo. Ahora sí, maldita bruja y mamá. And now, you wicked witch, you took my son and sucked his blood out. You will see. Now you should come with me and suck the blood out of my husband. Y ahora le vas a chupar a mi marido el ombligo, luego que acabes con él, vienes a chupar conmigo, ay mamá. After you're done with my husband, then you come over and then we'll drink together. Me agarra la bruja, me lleva al cuartel, me sienta en sus piernas, me da de comer, me besa la bruja, me muerde en la jeta, me tira resueños detrás de la oreja. So the witch grabs me and she takes me to her fortress. She sits me on her legs, she feeds me, and then she kisses me. And when she does, she bites my mouth. And then she bites me behind the ear. The chorus, let's take it out. Me agarra la bruja. Ay, dígame, y dígame, y dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted. Oh, wow, so scary.
Wow.
I love your costumes.
Thank you, Juan. That was amazingly juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
very
didn't
juicy.
expect it to be quite so juicy and racy. What a fabulous song. Thank you for the translation and the great performance. How
Thank
did you learn La Bruja? How did that song come to you?
Wow. I don't remember. I've known it for a long time.
It's just
We play it with
osmosis. I guess.
Sones. We play it with my band, with Sones de Mexico, for many years. We've been 27 years with this group, and before that, I probably heard the children like to dance to that song in school. So it's a popular song.
That's great. Well,
I think it was first recorded in the 1940s, so it's been around for a while.
right. We wanted to mention that there's another version of the song in our archive, which we just got this year. And that's again in our concert series, just like Sones de Mexico played in there. But this was an artist named Mamsel Ruiz, and she's from Mexico City, but she lives in Montreal. And so because of that, she sings some of her songs bilingually. She translates them into French, and she sings them in Spanish and French.
Good.
And she sings a version of La Bruja in her concert that we just presented this year. So we're going to put that link in the chat, and people can look for that too. It's another nice version, and it also has, a French translation, which is kind of cool and unusual thing.
Yeah. I like to listen to that too.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
It's really interesting. The French version just gives it an extra dimension. But I wanted to ask you, Juan, I'm a musician myself and a band leader like you are. and the pandemic has been a big shift for me. I wanted to ask you how things are going for Sones de Mexico and your own work with them during the pandemic. And now that the world is opening up again, you know, what your plans are for playing live, or whether you're going to stay with virtual concerts. You know, has this been a rich
Yes.
time for you in terms of arranging and working up new material, or?
Yes, all of the above. We did have a period of 19 months. Our last live concert was in December 2019. We don't usually very active in the winter, so we were waiting for our season to come back. And I had lined up our 25th anniversary concert. We had a tour. We were going to film some videos, and everything was canceled in March, as you all know.
Right.
And we didn't have, we developed Zoom streaming versions of things during the pandemic. We continued to teach during the pandemic, but no concerts for 19 months.
Wow.
And then in August of this year, everything came back like a tsunami wave, and we haven't stopped performing. We rebooked our 25th anniversary concert. Now in our 27th year.
Wow.
We have to lie about our age. But yeah, we just finished at the Goodman Theater in Chicago. We just finished 36 shows with the American Mariachi, which is a theater production.
Amazing.
And they're very well attended. So there's lots of work, and we just yesterday was our last performance of the season, and I'm really looking forward to some downtime now. And I
Yes.
missed that pandemic
Right.
time when we didn't have to do so much.
Right. Well, you mentioned teaching, and we didn't really explain what Sones de Mexico Ensemble is apart from a band. So if you can explain a little of your other activities with the ensemble.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we began earlier in 1994 as a band, but we were all involved with music. I was working full time at the Old Town School of Folk Music, and the other members were working in the Chicago Public Schools, doing different things. So we were all involved with education, and education was at the core of our organization. We ended up incorporating as a nonprofit organization in 1997, and our mission is to promote a greater appreciation of the various traditional forms of Mexican music, many of them not as well known. And as I'm doing today, just providing historical, geographic, and cultural context to the music that we do, so that people can gain a better understanding and more appreciation for the diversity and the richness of music that we have in Mexico. Even
Certainly doing a great job of that.
Even Mexican people, that some often, as it is in the United States, there's not a widespread appreciation of our folk traditions, and we have to promote that as well.
Absolutely. And where is the best place for people to find out about your activities, both educational and, well, your concerts are educational. So where's the
we
best
have
place?
a webpage, which is the landing place for most information. It's sonesdemexico.com. And we have lots of videos on YouTube. Our albums are all on streaming services now, and you pick your favorite one. It's distributed most Spotify and Apple Music, and even YouTube has our albums.
Great.
So,
Well, congratulations on all that great distribution and on finishing another successful season, coming back to life and playing all those gigs. And we want to invite people to learn songs from this concert video of Sones de Mexico at a thing we call the Stay at Home Archive Challenge. And Steve will tell you a little more about that.
Yeah, so essentially during the pandemic, we thought it would be a cool thing to give people a way to interact with our collections that didn't involve coming to the library or getting in a room with a lot of people. And we realized that we have a lot of great stuff online. So we decided to adapt our idea of the archive challenge to people doing it at home. That is to say, finding something of our materials online, learning it, and performing your own version. And so we have a blog post up about how you can do that, and they're going to share that in the chat as well. So that link is in the chat now, and you can just go and find materials from our archive, including Sones de Mexico Ensemble's concert, but many other things are in there as well.
And we do
But
have
we
a
wanna-
music school.
We want to hear your version of La Bruja.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have as you posted on the chat, we do have a music school that we started in 2015, and it's gone online now. So we have Zoom classes, and what has happened with that is we have people signing up from Texas, from Florida, California. We're in Chicago, so we've expanded our audience base for our music classes. So they're good. We just started a session now this weekend.
All right. That's fantastic too. Yeah, the teaching activities of Sones de Mexico is really, a big part of what you guys do, and I think it's great to let people know about it. I hope some of our audience here will be able to join you for online classes soon as well, because that would be another great way that you can learn more about Mexican music and folklore, all the stuff that this band knows so much about. And they are a great band. We do recommend that you go back and watch the rest of their concert online at the Library of Congress as well. So that's most of what we wanted to share with you, but we love to also get Juan to sing that chorus one more time for people to just sing us out. There's also one more person that wants to come and say hi for just a second. Here is Figgy the Archive Cat. Always comes and visits us when we're hosting the Archive Challenge here on the Daily Antidote of Song. So thanks to all of you for coming. Thanks especially to Juan Díes. And as I said, check out those links that we put to all the other things that Juan has done with us, including the recent podcast about La Llorona and all those other great stuff. It's all there in the links. And now we'll just hear from Juan one more time with the chorus. I'll sing along.
Okay, I'll do this chorus. Thanks for posting it again. I'm gonna do it slowly this time, so because I know there's a lot of words in there. E minor. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ay, dígame, dígame, dígame usted, ¿cuántas criaturitas se ha chupado usted? Ninguna, 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 no sé. Ando en pretensiones de chuparme a usted.
Yes.
So much.
Thanks so much, Juan. It's great to see you in person and not just on Zencaster. It's good to see your face while we're talking.
I love the costumes.
Oh, thanks.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we should have said these were our friend Judith Gray is actually in the room, and she picked these up for us in Albuquerque during an ethnomusicology meeting. So these are I think they're a local Albuquerque Mexican-American artisan who made these masks for Day of the Dead.
Very well made, yeah.
So there we are. So we thought we would dress in our Day of the Dead finery as well.
And we wish a happy Day of the Dead season to all of you as you remember your loved ones who've passed on. And we thank Juan for such a wonderful discourse on what it means to Mexican and Mexican Americans.
And remember to live now that you can, okay?
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
A great message as we go forward.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Steve Winnick and Jennifer Cutting. That was fabulous hosting. Thank you so much, Juan Díes, for being here today. Thank you to the Library of Congress, American Folklife Center for making all of this amazing archival stuff possible. I want to thank Anna again for running the tech. And just quickly going to let everybody know what we've got coming up for the rest of this fabulous Archive Challenge week. So today we had Juan Díes. Thank you again, Juan. It was amazing to sing with you. Tomorrow we have Shruti Veena Vishwanath coming in from India, a song that she found in the archive. I think we're all in for a real treat. Wednesday, Emma's Revolution. Also, obviously, another song from the archive. Thursday, Brendan Taff, who does a lot of archival ballads. Friday, Kevin Locke, who's going to be working with, I think, the Lakota collection. Saturday, Reggie Harris. And Sunday, Issei Barnwell, who also does many things that are Library of Congress archival stuff. So I want to thank everybody again for being here. Let's all say goodbye to Facebook Live. Thanks, Facebook. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.